In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 2nd, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Raptors versus Indiana Pacers. There'll be a battle of Eastern Conference playoff hopefuls on Monday night as Toronto heads to Indiana to take on the Pacers. Indiana currently sits in the 6th spot in the Eastern Conference standings, 3 games over .500. Toronto has gotten off to an inconsistent start and is currently out of a playoff spot, sitting in 11th place at 4 games under .500. Looking at the betting trends, the Raptors are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games, playing on 2 days rest, and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games following a win. The Pacers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 home games, 9-2 against the spread in their last 11 games against a team with a losing record, and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 12-4 in the last 16 meetings in Indiana. The Raptors could be shorthanded again, as Fred VanVleet and Precious Achiuwa are both questionable, while the Pacers are still missing Daniel Theis and Kendall Brown. After last week, it feels like these teams are heading in different directions. The Toronto Raptors are having issues finishing games, and those issues usually don't fix themselves on the road. The Indiana Pacers are playing their best ball of the season, and they win in the favorite role by an average of 4 points. The Raptors were really struggling for form before they beat the Suns on Friday, so it is actually the Pacers who come in as the form team with 5 wins in their last 6 outings. The Raptors looked great in their gritty win over the Suns on Friday, but the Suns have been playing so poorly lately, so I'd rather lean towards the Pacers to stay hot with another W at home behind another big game from Halliburton. So the Indiana Pacers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. These teams aren't exactly known for scoring a ton of points in their head-to-head meetings. The last 10 have averaged 218.3, with the 3 most recent meetings going 1-2 on the over-under. In fact, 12 of the last 16 meetings in Indiana have all gone under the total, but I'm having a hard time backing that bet with the way the Pacers have been filling it up lately. They're 5th in pace right now, averaging 103.9 possessions per game. Only 4 teams in the entire NBA average more PTS per game at home than they do. Toronto is at 109.9 per game on the road this season, plus their last 6 of 9 games overall have cashed on the over. A high-scoring game would also favor the Pacers here. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Philadelphia 76ers. This Monday, the New Orleans Pelicans will travel to Philadelphia to take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Tip-off will be inside the Wells Fargo Center. This will be the second time that these 2 teams have matched up this season, as the Pelicans won 127-116 the first time they battled. The New Orleans Pelicans are coming into this one after falling to the Memphis Grizzlies 116-101. They struggled on both ends of the court, as they will have to be more efficient in this one if they want to challenge the 76ers on the road. Philadelphia is entering this game after defeating the Oklahoma City Thunder 115-96. They were impressive on the defensive end of the court, as they will have to continue applying pressure if they want to take care of business at home. Looking at the betting trends, the Pelicans are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games, and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games following a loss. The 76ers are 19-7 against the spread in their last 26 home games, 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games against a team with a winning record, and 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. Head-to-head, the Pelicans are 6-1 against the spread in the last 8 meetings overall, and the Pelicans are 3-0 against the spread in the last 4 meetings in Philadelphia. The Pelicans are going to be shorthanded again, as Larry Nance Jr. and Brandon Ingram are both out, while the 76ers don't have a single player listed on the injury report, which is a real rarity in the league these days. The Pelicans were on a nice run before they got stopped in their tracks by the Grizzlies in their last outing, but they're going to have to be at their best to compete with the surging 76ers, who have been playing some some of their best basketball of the season. The Pelicans are capable of pulling off the upset, but they're just too banged up at the moment. So the Philadelphia 76ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. I see the 76ers controlling the pace and limiting the number of shots that each team takes from the field. Philadelphia has the 26th highest adjusted pace rating and the Pelicans have the 11th highest. Philadelphia will take their time bringing the ball up the court and they will use the majority of the shot clock each time they come down the floor. This will limit the number of shots taken throughout this game. I also love both of these defenses in this game, as I don't see either offense going off. New Orleans has the 4th lowest adjusted defensive rating and the 76ers have the 5th lowest. They will both lock up on the defensive end and keep the score below the total number. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Antonio Spurs vs. Brooklyn Nets. On Monday night, the San Antonio Spurs head to the Barclays Center for a road matchup with the Brooklyn Nets. The Spurs were clipped 126-125 by the Dallas Mavericks Saturday. The Nets won their 11th in a row with a 123-106 win over the Charlotte Hornets. The Spurs are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 Monday games and 2-7 against the spread in their last 9 road games. The Nets are 13-37-2 against the spread in their last 52 home games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The over is 10-1 in Spurs' last 11 overall. The under is 9-4 in Nets' last 13 home games. The Spurs are 16-6 against the spread in the last 22 meetings in Brooklyn and 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. After getting destroyed by Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks on Saturday, the Dallas Mavericks face another tough challenge in Brooklyn tonight. They couldn't do much about Doncic, who torched them for 51 points and 9 assists. The task of guarding Kevin Durant should be equally tough or even tougher. San Antonio has just 5 wins in 16 road games this year. They've lost 5 in a row versus the Nets. However, they've not been that bad over their last 4 games. They've won 2 of them, plus the defeat against Dallas was by just a single point at home. They enter the night as 13.5-point underdogs. Their net rating is minus 10.3 in road games this season. This should be an easy win for the Nets by all accounts. They are coming off a 17-point blowout win at Charlotte in their last game, their 11th win in a row. Durant had 23, Kyrie Irving added 28, and none of the starters played more than 33 minutes. At Barclays Center, they've won 12 of 17 games. However, with only an 8-9 against the spread record, they've been far from convincing when it comes to covering the spread. If we look at their last 4 wins against the Spurs, only once did they win by more than 13.5 points, and 2 of those games went into overtime. The win streak has to come to an end at some point for the Nets. That probably won't be tonight. But the Spurs are capable of keeping this game somewhat close. They've covered the spread in 5 of their last 6 games played on a Monday. The Brooklyn Nets are capable of blowing the doors off here given their current form, but they've also seen games come down to the wire, and they're only winning in the favorite role by an average of 5 points. The Nets are also 1-3 against the spread this season as double-digit favorites. The San Antonio Spurs are trash, we know, but we're getting a boatload of free points here. So the San Antonio Spurs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Tonight's projected total of 229.5 points has been surpassed in 4 of the last 4 meetings quite easily between these teams. It could very well happen once again tonight as the Spurs are dead last in the NBA when it comes to defensive rating on the road. They allow 121 points per 100 possessions in that scenario, which is a point worse than the next team ahead of them. Brooklyn relies heavily on their offense to win games this season. They score 114.5 points per 100 possessions, which is the 3rd best offensive efficiency in the entire NBA. Against a San Antonio team that ranks 9th in pace, they should have plenty of chances to get some points up here. The over has cashed in 7 straight San Antonio games and in 5 of 6 meetings. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.